Gojo Cleb, what's good with y'all, man? I got some exciting news for y'all today. So earlier today, I was sitting at work and I got a notification from Apex that they had just released a video where they was going over everything that's about to change in season 24. So my initial thoughts was, first off, damn, I hate that I'm at work right now because I would love to do a live reaction. I ended up watching it, seeing what the devs had to talk about, and I can't even lie to y'all, bro. It's a lot of exciting things coming in season 24. Now, just to kind of give you guys a premise of it real quick, this is kind of gonna be a big update, just like how the first time they announced that there were going to be roles for certain classes and stuff like that. So instead of me just going over the video and trying to give y'all a fake half-hearted reaction because I've already seen it, I thought why not take some notes, which I do have in front of me, and let you guys know all the changes that we can expect and the little bit that the team did give us, and we'll kind of break some of that down. So sit back, relax, grab yourself some snacks and some drinks for real, because this is gonna be a cool little minute of us going over everything. All right, so let's get right to it, man. There are 3 big changes that's coming to Apex, the 3 key points that I kind of want to focus on, and then we gonna have the bonus extra stuff that they kind of let us know, and some things that I still think are pretty exciting to the game, just not the big 3. So they started it off with talking about the matchmaking improvements, then they talked about the anti-cheats, and then finally, essentially changing the competitive scene. So going over these big 3 things real quick, let me go ahead and start with the obvious one, which is the matchmaking. Now, Respawn addressed how essentially the matchmaking has been one of the biggest requests from the community, and they're hearing the outcry, and they're saying that they're gonna do a better job of hearing the community as a whole and listening to what the feedback is. So getting into it, essentially what they said is they're gonna make changes to things like pub matches. So now with pub matches, you shouldn't have to worry about people getting in there that are a lot higher gameplay and rank or whatever the case may be that they were doing before. That old matchmaking system should be dead, and there shouldn't be any Apex predators or masters jumping in there ruining the experience for people who are still trying to learn the game or just want to get into some pub matches and have fun. This is supposed to be a better experience for any and everybody that gets into pubs and LTMs. They said that is because they really want to focus on the fun aspect and allowing players to get into the game and just trying things out that you wouldn't regularly be able to try out, especially in like the competitive scene. So that's supposed to be fixed in season 24, and if that works properly, that is actually going to be exciting, especially for everybody that likes to play games casually, especially after long days of work. Trust me, I understand. Next on the list is anti-cheat. They mentioned this, but actually they fixed the anti-cheat a few months ago. They blocked Linux. Whatever Linux is, I'm not even gonna sit here and fake the funk like I knew what it was, so I had to look it up and see exactly what Linux access was. And basically, it's the ability of a user or process to read, write, or extract any type of files or documents, anything like that, and that kind of gave people a lot of advantages in the game. They were able to get into the system and just put the cheats in as they seem fit, I suppose. Now, one thing I will say is they did address it in this dev talk, obviously, and I can admit that I don't think I've seen as big of a cheating problem in the game recently. That's just my take on it. You don't have to believe me on that, but that's my personal experience, and I've been playing a good amount since this update has happened. Then finally, the last one in the big 3 is that they've made the rank changes to the competitive scene and everything like that. So this is kind of gonna go into a little bit of the bonus as well, but I might as well mention it, is that with rank, we're finally going to get actual rank awards. Now, they didn't go into details or anything like that and explain exactly what it is that we're getting, but they did mention that they hear the outcry once again from the community, and they're going to give people rewards that they deserve for achieving higher ranks. They also said they're gonna continue to make improvements with the rank system and just trying to make it so that you are more so getting into the correct lobbies and you're getting in there with players that are around your level and stuff like that, which I will admit, it's definitely felt like it, especially on this current rank gauntlet that I'm putting myself through. If you guys didn't know, I do have a video. It's not out yet, but I'm working on it where I'm trying to work my way up through the ranks. It's just me playing it right now. I do see the effort that the team put into it, and ranked has felt a little bit better. I'm still getting stomped every so often, but it ain't like, wow, I can't believe it, that was so unfair, or there's no reason this person should be in my lobby. Nothing like that. So some of the other things that they mentioned as just like the bonus changes, Respawn's gonna work more closely with content creators. I personally am excited about that because if I get to be one of the creators after I work my way up through the ranks and stuff like that, it'd be nice for me to have a say so in this as well. Essentially what they're doing is they're getting feedback from creators and the creators communities on different game modes that people might want that might make Apex a little bit more exciting and keep people playing it for a longer period of time. And honestly, I think that's a really good idea. And they even have it to where the creators are going to have rewards, earnable rewards for free, y'all, that you get to just get by playing through the game, and the creators are going to have a hand in it in any kind of way. So it's going to be actually good achievements that you guys can get for just playing the game for free, not having to spend any extra cash, anything like that. So truth be told, this is a big win for the Apex community. Now getting into some of the other exciting things, Apex in this next season is going to see a change to the Assault class. Just like how we did in the previous season to the supports, Assault's getting some kind of buffs. We don't know all of them. They was a little tight-lipped about this one as well, but what we do know is they said that the Assault class is going to be able to carry more grenades, and then the other thing that they're going to have is a better recoil control on all of the weapons. So that's a nice change for the Assault class. Again, that's just a little bit of it. We don't know everything else that's going to change, but those two things, for me, I'm somebody who likes to hold throwables, so that's nice. It is annoying for other players, I understand, but it is nice if you choose to use that class. And the weapon control. So just imagine if somebody out there and you pick up a flatline and it's, you know, no stock on there or anything like that to help your recoil, but since you're playing an Assault Legend, you get a little bit of a buff to having a better control on that weapon. I like that. I really do like that change. And since we already on the topic of the weapons, that's the next big thing that's getting changed, is every single weapon in this season is getting a tweak. Whether it's recoil control, the ammo, number changes, whatever it may be, every single weapon in the game is gonna get messed with this season. And we're getting a new thing in the game, which is essentially called the arsenal bins. Now, these are kind of like the regular loot bins, but there's a difference to them because with these, you guys get to actually choose the weapon that you want. That, first off, that's crazy. I get to choose my loadout, right? I get to just go up there, you and your team, there's gonna be scattered all over the map, and you are gonna find these arsenal bins and just be able to choose what weapon you and your teammates want. There's gonna be a lot of people probably fighting over that, and it's just gonna make the game that much faster and, to me, more exciting. So with all those major changes covered, let's go over just a few more of the bonuses. Now, I gave you guys a little bit of a bonus earlier. Now I want to kind of go over the last few, and these are gonna be kind of exciting too, and definitely some game changers in here. So the biggest one that I want to cover is the fact that they are replacing the helmets, except for the gold helmet. Every other color of helmet is going to be replaced with a red mythic helmet. And with this mythic helmet, essentially, it doesn't matter the level that you are in your armor. If you get it, you're going to automatically jump up to the red level of armor. That's crazy. Now, to prevent this from being like the craziest thing on earth and you know, everybody having one, is going to be in those mythic bins that you guys get, and you already know there's only like what, 2 or 3 of them, and you kind of got to wait till later in games for that to happen. So it's not like everybody is gonna have it, but it is gonna be a game changer. And then the last one that they have on here for the bonus updates is that there's just a big quality of life change. So one of the ones you guys are seeing on the screen is that they finally added a visual for the POIs of the map, and it's just letting you know exactly where you're going and what's where and stuff like that. And to me, it's like, that's something that probably should have or could have already been in the game, but it is still a nice addition to the game, regardless of if it should have been in here already or if they had the means to do it. It's still nice, and it makes the game feel fresh and new. And I think that's a good thing, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, making it feel like almost we're playing an entirely new game, especially with all the other changes that I mentioned. But with that, that's all that the devs really gave us, and we have to wait until the 11th for this to go live. So, I mean, it's right around the corner, you know, National Apex Day on Tuesday, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I'm very excited for this. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the patch notes. I have a strong feeling Ash is probably gonna be one of the legends that gets a nice little quality of life buff. I'm excited to see that, man. And if you are somebody that's just as excited as I am and you want to see more of me covering these things, you want to see more of my challenges, like I said, I'm working on, be sure to subscribe to the channel, man. Like this video and stay tuned for more. And with that, Gojo Clan, as always, piece of hair grease.